you know?
What do you mean that you're not a level-headed human?
I said, it's really nice not working.
I
Like,
know that you
because
said that, but
I just
what do you
feel
mean by
like
level-headed?
I feel like my mind works better when I'm away from work because I get more sleep. And when I'm working a lot, I don't get as much sleep. So I'm more like emotional and I'm just like exhausted and that makes me less level-headed. Like I'm kind of I just I don't feel as happy and I really don't think it's because like my life isn't as happy. I think it's just that I'm not getting as much sleep as I would like. And so my mind just doesn't work as well.
I see. So you feel like you're being sleep deprived.
Yeah, I don't think that human beings are supposed to wake up to alarms. Like, here's my, and it's like, I know that's nonsense. Like, it's just what we have to do. But like, I really do think that like, it's this really strange thing that we created. Like, I don't know. I mean, like, if you think about like tribal humans, like the beginning of like tribal existence, human existence, like, I feel kind of like we would wake like each other, or there would be things in our environment that would wake us up, or we'd naturally wake up to sunlight or different things like that. But this, like,
Okay.
waking up to an alarm at just whenever the fuck I honestly, like, I mean, it's really, really unnatural, and
It's very
I
annoying.
understand it's, like, a part of life, but they always say, like, "Don't wake a sleeping baby," and it's actually because, like, the baby will be angry as fuck, and it's, like, it'll be so hard to get the baby back
Be
to
devil
sleep.
baby. It'll be like demon baby. It'll be like,
Don't w You don't wake up a baby. And
no,
there's
it's a
other
very bad
reasons
idea.
too because it's bad for them, like, they need that sleep, and it's, like, honestly, we need sleep too. And like a lot of us don't have the opportunity to go to sleep early. Like people have things they need to do, and it's sometimes it's your only time. And it's like not everybody
True.
can shut down their mind the way that they need to like go to bed at 7 to get enough sleep to not be a sleep deprived human. Like
No.
I don't think that human beings are given enough time for rest, and I don't think that anyone can have a solid argument with me on that.
No,
Like
I agree with you. I work
if everybody's
currently.
so worried about mental health, maybe we should let humankind sleep more. Like, I don't know. Maybe if
I
we were
will.
paid more, we'd have more. Go on,
No,
sorry.
no, I agree with you. And to add on this, one of the things that I've always loved about working in the food industry is when you work an evening shift. One of the yeah, one of the many benefits that you get. One of the many benefits you get out of it is having your morning and afternoon to yourself. So for me, I'm able to wake up 8 o'clock, 9, 10. It's fine. It's not that big of an issue. When you have that flexibility, you do realize like how much sleep you actually need each day. Like sometimes I need 8, sometimes I need 9, sometimes I need 10. Sometimes I need 11 hours of sleep.
Hmm. Dude, I will be working 10-hour shifts on Mondays.
Did you say 10-hour ships?
Shifts? I think I
Oh,
left my diction out. I know you work really long shifts too.
depends on the day.
What
Primarily.
was that yummy thing? Is that a cupcake?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I had puppy chow. Are you familiar with the chow of puppies?
You were eating dog food?
Have you not heard that? I wondered if it was like a Midwest term, but it was on the internet. But I guess there's a lot of weird shit on there. It's Chex Mix, like you melt peanut butter and chocolate together on Honey Nut Chex and like pour it onto it and like I don't know, you see it? It's like a chocolate square.
I still can't get over the fact that you said dog food.
It's called puppy chow.
There's dog in there.
I don't know why it's called puppy chow.
It's like naming like it like the purse sandwich, or like cat surprise. When you see that on a menu, it's like cat surprise. I'm like, I'm not thinking that it's just going to be a name. I'm going to question the meat that's in the sandwich.
Yeah, you don't want the word surprise in there.
Mm-mm. Like, what am I going to like experience in the sandwich? Is there
Have
going to be
you
like,
have you seen the TikTok videos where they have like the woman from the Golden Girls and she like pops up at different times and she's like surprise surprise. Have you seen that one? It's
yeah.
like they just like pop her like in the corner. It's like
Mm-hmm.
surprise surprise.
Surprise. Yeah, I've seen those.
I
And then there's the one with
love
the
those
biscuit.
TikToks.
Did you see the one with
Oh my god, I love the biscuit one. I love that you've seen it. Oh
take
my
the
gosh.
biscuit?
Taste the biscuit.
Scared.
But she's like, taste the
Bi-
magic of the biscuit or something. I have
biscuit.
no idea, but it was
It's
in my
so
head like a
good.
couple times. Like it was like,
Oh my god.
taste the biscuit.
Biscuit.
I messaged my friends and I was like, have you guys seen that thing where the lady's like, taste the biscuit?
I want to see the original clip.
I saw it. I saw the whole thing, like where they were actually like in the store playing the song. I don't know the purpose of it, but they were in like a thrift store and they were really, and I saw like a few different songs that they
Why
did.
was she saying taste the biscuit?
That is the song. Like she's like realistic about it. She's like taste the biscuit. And she's like, I mean, it's a good song. Like I'm like, damn, like I don't know. I mean, everybody likes a biscuit. Like I think that that's kind of why this is like become popular is like, she says like taste the biscuit and then you're kind of almost like to me, I picture like a Bob Evans biscuit. You know what I mean? You like Bob Evans? It's like this like kind of like, or like a McDonald's biscuit is really good too. Like the way that the top is like kind of like bumpy and you got to like like you're like, do I cut it?
Surprise, surprise.
It is funny. It's just there's something about the image of the surprise lady and the biscuit lady. They're very like visually
Do you understand
similar.
how old these videos are? Like, they're not from yesterday. They're from yesteryear.
Taste the
Okay?
biscuit.
Taste the biscuit.
I know, I love it. And it's just been so like we've made it like a sexual thing. But I
It's so
picture a
refreshing. It's
really,
so
really
refreshing.
yummy like biscuit. And then I picture like butter, and I'm like, ooh, I want a biscuit,
The second that you said that butter, the thing that came to my
Yes.
head is like Alice in Wonderland from like Mad Hatter being like butter, butter, butter.
No,
That
I
was
mean, I
so funny.
love
Those I love that. Oh my god, I live for those moments.
I used to nanny, I talk about my nanny days, and
Yes, I was a nanny for
it's
the
kind of
royal
bouge.
family.
Yeah, it's a bit bouge. That family was so bougie in a good way that I think that they rubbed off on me.
They shopped at Erewhon once a week.
There was
Kidding.
no Air One back then,
Oh my god!
but they
Wow,
did
that's
they
like
did
how
shop at fancy
unbouged.
places. But I feel like I learned a lot of bouge from them. Like, like I like was exposed to a lot of bougie things and got a lot of bougie things as perks. Like they would kind of let me like go out to eat with them and go with the girls and like drink nice coffees and like, be at cool places and whatever else. And so I feel like I became like accustomed to it while not really like having to spend money on it. So it was like I never really like experienced like
Girl,
the other side.
you are describing like everybody's dream. It's like make me a
I had a good
bitch
life.
so I can be like rich for a day.
I've had a really good life. Like I've experienced a lot of really good things. Like, as much as I've had a hard time, I've had a really good life. Like I've done some of the most amazing things ever that like I never thought that I would. Like, I don't know.
Can we
But
can we talk for a second, okay? Because you sent me
taste
Carissa
the
sent me the
biscuit.
taste the biscuit. Carissa sent me this wonderful text message today. You met a chef that was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, I met this guy that was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me more about this. I want to hear. Spill
So
the tea, girl.
he owns that there's a coffee shop, and I think he has like a catering business, it sounds like, cuz he's a chef. So it
In
sounds like
Florida.
yeah, he also has a house in LA, and he lived in LA for like 30 years. From what he told me today, this is what I know. And from what I saw, I saw that he has like a little trailer that's very cute, almost like a food truck. I didn't really get
Okay.
that close of a look at it. It might be a food truck. I don't know. But it's
Okay.
got like a window that like opens, and he makes coffees out of there. So it's like a little
So
traveling like
Conscious
coffee
Brew.
place.
So Conscious Brew in Oakland Park here in Fort Lauderdale. She does the exact same thing. It's like a small little thing where she opens
I
up.
love it. I
Yeah,
love
like
it.
little. It's amazing. It's like
I
a little
want
tiny.
yeah, I want a little thing. I'd love to like
Okay.
open it up and like sell my candles and like sell something out of it, like I would
Mm-hmm.
love that. I'd like to be like that weird traveling lady with like the gypsy thing, and all of a sudden there's like a million books and the pop open. I don't know.
Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise! And I'll sell biscuits with butter.
God, we're gonna
I
be
don't
so
know.
annoying throughout this episode. So
Hey.
yeah, it's at your story. So you meet this guy that
Yeah,
like was
yeah, yeah.
again on the
My
Joe Rogan podcast.
brother-in-law
Yeah.
introduced me to him.
Okay. Oh, this is nice.
My brother-in-law took me over there to get coffee because it's a great coffee place, but the coffee place wasn't open. He was like, "Oh, we're not open on Mondays." He's like, "We're open Thursday through, I don't know, Thursday through the weekend or whatever." So like if you come down,
Thursday through Sunday. Yeah, go on.
yeah, if you come down, we should go get coffee
It's
there.
it's common here, by the way. A lot of small businesses are closed on Mondays.
But he was like, Kenny Kenny goes like, well, he said something about the Michael, this guy. He said something about his podcast, and then Kenny goes, "Oh, she's got a podcast too." And I was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, "I got the podcast." And he was like, "You on Spotify?" And I was like, "I'm on everything." And I was like, "We've been doing it for years, like." And he was like, "Oh yeah." And he showed me his like podcast setup. So he's got like a table, like a desk, and then he's got like a microphone on his side and a microphone on the other side, and like a
Yeah, these
cute little
people.
chair.
Yeah,
He's
no
got like
fucking
a
Zencaster.
I told him
No.
that we're on Zencaster because we're in two different locations, you know. He asked me if we go live, and I was like, no. And I was like, we should sometimes, like,
We
every once in a
we
while, just do some live ones.
we have, but due to very creepy and
That was so fucking weird,
yeah,
man.
we've had very weird experiences. So unfortunately, due to that, like this was like
We
a
could
long
try it
time.
again, but
We
yeah.
could try it again in the future, but that experience, see, that is what we talk about, like with exposure. Because the thing is, I am terrible with social media. You're terrible with social media. Like I have like zero interest. And the thing is, when you're able to reach other audiences that could really like enjoy this experience, that is just so fucking awesome. Cause look, I fucking love food. You love fucking food too. Like not actually fucking food, actually eating it. And also getting aroused by it, by your sexual partner. But besides that,
I
just
don't I don't like to have sex while I'm hungry,
oh,
so
damn. That's deep.
I mean, it's
You wanna
better
you
if you're
wanna go
not
down that
hungry.
road, really?
I don't know, I just say weird things, that's just kinda
No,
my
I love
thing.
that. I mean, I'm living for that, but I wanna feel more of like, why is that holding you back? It's like the hunger being like you gotta take care of that
I
first
wanna know more about that.
before before you do the
No,
act.
have you ever, you, wake up in the morning and it's like, like, you kinda really wanna, my parents are, nearby. But then you're also like, "But I'm also really hungry." And so it's like, like, Are we gonna do this
I love
or
how
are we gonna
uncomfortable
eat?
because you cannot say anything about sexual context
They
of
probably
any
can't.
kind.
No, I
Oh
hate it. It's
my
just
god.
this episode here. Usually I get
Yee!
to,
You're usually
you
so
know,
filthy,
I
so
know. I know. That was
filthy,
the other funny thing.
filthy, Carissa.
This guy that I met today, Michael, oh, he's like, my podcast is like really inappropriate, so I like apologize. And I was like,
You
like,
haven't
oh,
seen
like you're
our
apologizing to
podcast.
me? Like,
Bro,
I
we
was like,
use curse
ugh.
words in every
He
sentence.
was like, I'm sorry, I swear a lot. It's kind of offensive. I was like, oh no. I
Did I
was
say
like,
cunt again?
I won't quit my swearing though. It's like I
No.
might kind of like monitor myself like with a couple things so that like things don't get overheard sometimes, but like I'm not gonna just like talk like change the way that I
Okay,
talk.
but all
Like that's
seriousness though,
too far.
sex and food have like a lot in common because no, seriously though, because food can be a sexual arouser and it could be like
A
a
lot
thing
of
that
things can.
yeah, I know a lot of things can, but like food has a way of just I've seen it. It can
Food is
sometimes
like
bring
foreplay.
in a way it can bring people together, on a date or people that are together and they're just out and about. It just has that way of just bringing people. And again, like I work in a brewery and I see this all the time and I see couples coming in and it's just you can just see like the chemical reaction, they're just like, I want you now, baby.
I feel like for women, like we don't, and I mean, like maybe it's not true, but like,
Depends.
well, I feel like okay, so like food wise, people are stressed when they're hungry. They're like not at ease, like basically. And people are less stressed and more at ease when they are no longer hungry. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like
True.
when people like aren't under that like stress and pressure, like they're like more likely to have the ability to be like sexually aroused. Like I don't know about you, but from what I've noticed about men is that like they're just not very like sexual when they're like stressed. Like I remember like kind of being like,
Yeah.
what is wrong with my boyfriend? Like, why does he never
Well,
want to have sex? And it was
that's
because his
why
job was so stressful. And
well
it like,
that's
I was surprised because like I'm not that way. Like, it doesn't make me, like, if I'm stressed, it doesn't make me not like want to have sex. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't
no,
work
you're
that
right.
way. I
But
don't
it's also
turn
it's
off.
also the fact that like as couples or when you're going out with somebody is being in those environments that are less stressful. Being in a cafe or a brewery or taking a walk or just like I said, just being out and about. That is a less stressful environment. It's supposed to be a tame environment, a chill environment, a relaxed environment. So you have that element to it. And you're right, men do have a tendency to be more sensitive, more gentle when it comes to these things. When you have all that stress and contingency and problems and bills and issues and all of these things, it bites you in the ass.
Yeah, it's a big boner killer.
Oh yeah, it really is a boner killer. It's like it's
You know, I'm like, dude, we could have like like not made all these changes if we'd have known that it was going to stress you out to this point. But that's all in the past. I don't have to deal with any of that crap anymore.
no,
I
you
don't know.
don't.
My new boyfriend doesn't seem to have any of those issues.
For now, at least.
I don't know what it is. It's like people just get kind of like stressed. They're like not in the mood anymore. I don't know. But I was saying that, like when I'm in my regular like day-to-day life, like I'm more stressed. Like I said that like at the beginning, and I mean that's normal, but I said that at the beginning of the episode is like, like I don't feel as level-headed because I'm not getting as much sleep as I would like to. So I feel like I get like more emotional or like I honestly just don't think as like sharply as I normally would, And it's like I don't even get to God, I remember when I was working like so full time that I would get like a moment to like use my mind for like my own thoughts, and it was so special. Like I was like, wow, like I actually get to like use my own inner monologue for my own thoughts instead of work and how to solve all their work problems while I'm there.
It's all about it's almost like a balance act that you have to play. It's realizing that you're going to stumble and trip and fall, but it's all about figuring out your way of getting through it, and once you do, it's just look, nothing comes easy, but if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Not everything, some things that are easy for one person are not so easy for the other.
Correct.
So you've got that, in the play as well.
Mhm.
It's the holiday
It
season.
really is a holiday season, and I love the holiday season. I also hate the holiday season at the same time because the
I like it.
assholes, the fuckers, the Karens, the bullshitters, and the liars, they all come out of the seams and they're like, "Hi, everybody. We love you." And you're like, "Bitch, I haven't seen you in fucking 13 years. Get the fuck away from me." You
Hmm.
know?
Interesting.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. I haven't had that experience. I've actually had people that I haven't seen in quite some time. Just kind of nice to see them and talk to them.
Mm. I like
Hmm.
gift giving. I think that's a
I
big
do
thing
too.
for
Just
me.
don't have the money for it this year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I paid off my credit cards and a while
Credit card
ago.
debt. Credit card debt.
I paid off the credit card debt, and so now I have the
Nice.
ability to create credit card debt, which before I was maxed, so there was no way to do
Now,
things.
now you can make more. You can make more credit card
Do
debt.
it
It's
all over
amazing.
again.
It's awesome, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Hopefully I get a better job, start making better money. By the way, so that we stop talking about this. This is the other thing
Yes.
that I got from Bath and Body Works. Look at this. Do you see this? And then we're gonna get the sound effect too. Oh. Okay, do you see it? This SMR, SMAR. How do you
I don't know what you're doing. What the hell are you doing?
foaming lotion.
Dear Heavenly Father, we have sinned in front of you today.
Look, I'm gonna do it again now that
We
we know what it
ask
is.
for your forgiveness,
Do you see
for
it?
your
Do
sovereignty
you see the
and
bubble?
prayer. We do not ask for repentance
Doesn't it
or
sound cool?
suffering.
Look, it's
All
got
we
glitter.
ask, oh my
Shut
God,
up,
please.
David. You love it. You love it.
Look at
How
this.
cool is
Look at
that?
this. Look at this. Look at this.
Lotion that is foam. I
Does
want
anybody,
more.
can you see this? Look at this.
I
Look
know
at
your baby
this.
is really cute.
God, you
Is that
and
a
that
good sound?
foam. Oh my God.
Is that good or is it?
It sounds like skin is being peeled off
It's not. I'm
slowly.
just crushing
Then,
the bubbles.
oh my God.
Ew, you made that really bad.
That's what it sounds like to me. Maybe because I'm
S-
super high, but
smells really good.
it probably does. I love what's it called? I have it. It's like body rub. It's like a no, body lotion. It's like but it's like a thick body lotion. You know what I'm talking about?
Like body butter,
Yeah,
triple
body
whipped
butter. Yeah.
butter.
So I have a big tub of that and it's like pineapple. Girl, that stuff is just like mother nature touching your teat. Just touching it. Just like in the right spot, you know?
Whoa,
And it's like
sounds
that
good.
that fucking like like that gong being hit, like bong.
Ooh, the gong
Yeah.
was hit.
Oh, girl, I'm telling you, it is the truth. It is the truth.
Bong.
No, yeah, that's how it feels. I'm telling you, I'm not fucking around with you, girl. You got
Yeah, it feels
experience.
like Mother Nature. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, so I went to Bath& and Body Works for the first time in a long time and had way too much fun. But I really wanted to show you the foaming lotion just because 'cause I'd never
Okay.
seen lotion that started out as
For
foam.
me, it sounded like skin being peeled off, but I'm happy that you had a great experience.
I thought it sounded more like bubbles being crushed
Bubbles.
or like
Bubbles.
like that.
Bubbles.
I did
Cutting
you
me
ever
off.
get to use Pop Rocks?
Yeah, of course, I remember Pop Rocks. They just do the thing in your mouth. You just go,
Yeah. I wonder how bad, like, Pop
oh,
Rocks are.
terrible. Like that is cavity central in
Yeah.
a bag. It's
I
just
should get some
sugar.
Pop Rocks and use them on the episode and see what they're like in the microphone, you know?
You do that, honey, and I will go full. I will go full Israeli on your ass.
Oh, that's where you decided to go.
Oh
What other
yeah.
fulls could you do? Like, I will go full
Because the thing is,
Karen.
I can mimic Israeli so well that I can go full on crazy.
What's wrong with the
And
Pop Rocks? I feel like the only you need to get some Pop Rocks too. You're just
there,
mad because
I
I'm the only
like,
one.
okay, no, I like Pop Rocks for myself. It irritates me when other people have it in their mouth and they're doing it. And that sound, that repetitive, obnoxious, obscene sound is just, yes, I am selfish and ignorant and arrogant. I
Whatever.
like, I want the Pop Rocks for myself and nobody else.
Okay.
Sorry.
So I feel like you and I should play a game,
Oh
okay?
God.
And
Oh God. We're
then
always playing games. Yes.
and then whoever wins the game gets to eat the Pop Rocks, and whoever loses just has to hear the other person.
If this is the case, honey, my hell sentence has been zeroed. Okay, I am
What do
going
you
to
mean play
heaven.
a game? Like you think that you're like, "Oh, she wants to play a game again." Like, is this something we do a lot?
I
Like, I don't
mean,
make us play games, do I?
no,
No.
maybe
Sounds
no.
like
I mean,
Saw, like,
I
"Let's
don't.
play a game."
No, I don't remember that. I mean, maybe we have played games before in the past,
No, I always
but
wanna, like, set up, like, some weird thing in the podcast where I'm like, "Okay, I have an activity." Like,
yes,
and
that is,
is that
yeah,
what you
that
meant?
does.
You're like,
Yeah,
"Carissa's coming up with
yeah,
some weird podcast idea again where we
yeah,
use Pop Rocks and"
yeah, yeah. Which is, I'm weird. I'm very weird about sounds, smells. I don't know. I'm just, again, sounds like fucking peeled skin just coming off the bone. Okay, like fucking like
Yeah, well,
rack a
not now
lamb.
now everyone that's listening thinks that, and you coulda made it so much better, like, what else does it sound like? It sounds like when you put your feet in the sand, right? Imagine putting your feet into the sand.
Girl, you're just making this worse. You're making this.
Ooh, you're
You're.
at the beach,
Oh
and your
God.
toes
Oh
are
dear
in the
Lord.
sand.
Oh God.
See? It's a
This
good thing.
this sounds like a fucking infomercial, on the radio, like, and it's an AM like 75.9. You know,
It's
try
supposed
out.
to be fun,
No,
okay?
for
That's
sure.
what I'm
Oh,
trying to do.
it's
Try
definitely
to have a
fun.
good time, alright, David?
Okay. Hey. Okay, so what are the rules of this game exactly? Are we
I don't
asking like
know.
multiple choice
We could just do, like,
questions?
some trivia, and then, like, whoever gets all the crap correct.
Okay.
Neither one of us have Pop Rocks at this moment,
No,
so
we currently do not. So technically, we would have to do this on a later date,
we should
but
play,
we
like,
could.
what's, like,
We can have ChatGPT make one
oh,
for us.
oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. This could
Let's
happen
just
like
do that
live.
anyways.
It's a
It
great
sounds like
idea.
fun.
We are playing with technology. Technology. I'm singing a song. I don't know why I'm singing. Please, someone stop me. You know, you do not stop me when I'm doing my shenanigans.
No, I think it's a good thing. I think people
Okay.
like your
Do,
shenanigans. I do.
oh, well, thank you. How many questions do you want for this?
Let's just do 3 to start with. We can always get
Okay.
more. 2 out of
Make
3. Or should we do 3
a.
out of 5? You want 3 or
Okay.
5?
I'm doing 3. Make a 3 multiple choice
2-player.
2-player.
Is it gonna understand that?
Yeah, probably will. It's pretty smart. And it's about what?
Marijuana.
Oh, okay, that's great. Questions regarding weed. Okay. Okay. All right. So,
Is it gonna, like,
question.
reveal the answers later, or
Mm-hmm.
so you
Yes.
can't see them right now, right?
No. I just see the multiple choice. Okay. So, first question is: what is the main psychoactive compound in marijuana? Is it A, THC, B, CBD, or C, CBN?
Wow, only A through C? We don't get a D?
No,
What if it
just
was,
get it.
like, D, all of the above?
Honey, I'm just the person that's reading the questions.
I'm honestly just saying dumb shit.
Oh, I know. I love it. Keep going.
I know, this is, like okay, when I was younger, I used to, like, give a fuck about, like, trying to, like and then at some point, I accepted that I'm very intelligent, so I don't have to, like, talk overly intelligent, like, I'll just, like, let myself be stupid because it just is non-threatening to me.
Good for you.
I feel
I'm
like it's,
happy.
like it's fun. It lets me have more fun. I don't have to take shit so seriously, and I mean, it's THC, right? What was number 3? What was C?
CBN.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm gonna go with.
They're not all THC because, like, sometimes the percentage is, like, under, like, 80%, so that would mean, like, that's
Well, the
obviously
question.
not.
Well, the question what is the main psychoactive compound in marijuana? Like, what is the main compound in marijuana that makes it psychoactive?
Do you know what C what was this? I can't.
So it's the 3 answers were A for THC, B for CBD, and then C was CBN.
What is do you know what CBN is? Like, word for word?
I can get you the definition. Give me one sec. Okay, so it stands for cannabinol. Is a mildly psychoactive cannabinoid that acts as a low affinity partial a- agonist at both CB1 and CB2 receptors. This actively as a CB1 and CB2 receptors consist interaction of CBN with the endocannabinoid system. Okay, so what that means in English is CBN acts primarily as a downer. So from what I'm reading here, this would primarily be really good for somebody that suffers from, like, let's just say insomnia.
Or
But
anxiety?
correct, but it is not. It's a
Oh,
mild psychoactive.
I
So
know.
just like CBD, it wouldn't affect the same way. So
Well, then
it's
it
not.
still makes me think that THC would be more like a more
Okay, so you want me to check the answer? I'm gonna go with A. Do you want
should
to? Okay, okay. Answer to question
I feel like can we do all
one.
3 questions and then get all the answers at the end?
Yeah. So
Or is that dumb?
no, I already got the answer. So we were correct. It was A, which is THC, which I think it stands for tetrahydrocannabinol, which is the actual definition. Let's try to say that fast. Tetrahydro. Let me copy this so I can show you the actual. And I'm also gonna send you over. I love that we're doing this. You see, like, you come up with really great ways to make Uh, fun little, little.
The happy camper.
Yay. Okay, so let's do question number 2. You ready? Okay. Which method of consuming marijuana involves inhaling the smoke released by burning the dried flowers? Edibles, which is A, B, which is vaping, or C, smoking?
Oh, that's just sad. Why they even ask this question?
Do you want more difficult questions?
No, that one's
Me,
fine. I mean, we all know the answer. I mean, hopefully. That'd be weird.
I'm gonna go with C.
I mean, it's possible that maybe like a 10-year-old doesn't know, but
Okay, I'm going with C. C?
okay.
Bingo. C. Smoking. And the reason is simple explanation is because flower is smoking. It's not vaping because vaping is oil. Hey.
Hey.
Question 3 is in which country did Uruguay become the first to fully legalize the recreational use of marijuana? That is a
A weird.
terrible question because it
Yeah, I'm
just
like,
gave us the answer
what?
in the question. Hello.
Uruguay? I like that
Okay.
question.
All right, let's try this.
Like, if that was on, like, an exam, I'd be like, "Hell yeah,
Can you
Uruguay."
rewrite?
The
Okay.
last 2 questions kinda need to be redone,
Yeah,
honestly.
can you rewrite
Yeah.
the
Level up.
questions and make them way more difficult? Okay, because we
Ooh,
are not
shit.
fucking newbies over here, motherfuckers.
Well, I think with the first one, like, I knew like, my first answer was THC, but then it was like, like, I wondered if it was, like, trying to be tricky or something, and just because it was so easy, you know? Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
they
All right. We
would
got
step it up,
okay.
they step it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
We bumped it
no, you
up.
made it hard.
Oh yeah, girl. Like, listen. Okay, this is American groove, baby. We're not gonna make things easy here. Okay, you just got them.
David's gonna be eating some Pop Rocks.
Yeah, baby. No, I'm not. Okay. First question. Chris, you want to read the first question?
I'm gonna mail some Pop Rocks to your apartment.
Oh, quiet. Just read the first bloody question.
I was, making jokes about how the Amazon warehouse is like, the new North Pole.
And Jeff Bezos is Santa Claus. Oh, for sure. Did you get the message?
Yeah, I'm just taking a look at it before I read it. Which lesser known cannabinoid, in addition to THC and CBD, is known for the potential anti-inflammatory and anti-anxiety priorities? Oh, yeah, for
Properties.
it's really far away and I'm kind of blind, but
My
I did
apologies.
I did pretty good.
No, you did pretty well. Yeah.
But I think what it is that, the CBC or CBG.
I was going to go with A too. Yeah, because I know it can't be CBC because CBC is a third. It's non it I don't remember the exact definition, but it's not like a major compound. It's like a compound of a compound. And then THCV is like a whole other world, which I don't even understand. I'm not even going to go there. Okay, do you want me to check the answer for question 1?
Okay.
All right, let's see this. I love this. Turn into a trivia podcast real quick.
I don't know, men really love AI. I was talking with my friend about it the other night. And I mean, it's not just men. Like, my boss is a woman and she loves it, but I have yet to find a
Oh, we
man that
were
doesn't
right!
think that the AI is like they're like obsessed with it. But
In the way that you use it. So for me, the way that like I've become accustomed to it, I use it as a tool, to help with like dictation, writing, ideas sometimes like brainstorming because it's very useful. It is.
mhm,
It's a
mhm.
very useful tool. But by the way, we were correct. It is CBG.
Mhm, mhm.
Am
If
I
I had a
boring the
band, I feel like that'd be a fun name for it.
CBG? A
CBG.
CBG going down to CBG.
It reminds me of GHB.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 2.
Yeah.
In the realm of cannabis concentrates, what is the primary active component that distinguishes live resin from other extracts? Is it A, terpenes, B, flavonoids, C, cannabinoid? These are hard questions.
I think it's either A or B
Yeah.
because I was looking at it and the biggest difference that I noticed is that there it doesn't have as much like flavor. Like it's almost like it's just like there's nothing. Like you're just like all I taste is like oil, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's the
There's no
if you
taste. Sorry.
right. No, you're correct because like it's literally like a stripping process. Like you're turning this plant into an oil. You have to like there has to be something added into it to actually make it into a product,
This is a
you
really
know?
good question because like I can get a way better deal on live resin than I can on extract. You know, like I
Well,
noticed
different
like the live resin's always cheaper and it's
yeah.
sad because it's much harder on my lungs. And, but it's like I've definitely bought it before like out of just like financial, knowing like okay, well, this is a good $20 less and it is basically the same thing. It just has no flavor to it and is just kind of like more harsh, which, I mean, I can't find any of that shit anymore. But like I used to.
It all comes down to a matter of quality and product because you can give out a really good quality product to customers, specifically with like a product like this. But it's understanding that with the limitations, there's ways to get around things in regards to cost. That's like the the understanding of like using CO2 compared to like butane for even using the process of making oils has a huge effect. And it's not only health risks, but it also comes down to quality. Because again, I'm not like trying to be like, ooh, you're dealing with a plant that is psychoactive and has all of these different components, all of these different pieces that make this cannabinoid, like this system that interacts with your cannabidiol system in your body. So yeah, it is fucking complicated. Question number 3, Carissa, go ahead.
Well, we never answered question number
Oh,
2.
I'm sorry, I
It's like
forgot.
in the main realm of cannabis concentrate,
I'm gonna
what
go
is the
with.
primary active component that distinguishes live resin from extract?
I'm going with A.
I mean, A was
Terpenes, B was flavonoids, and C was cannabinoid.
yeah, flat.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna say B.
Okay.
It's got no flavor, but it's like I don't even know if that's a thing. I
A.
never heard that word.
Terpenes.
It's like made up. So the terpenes are what's letting it have the flavor.
Correct. Yeah. So terpenes are a byproduct. They are the different compounds that like make the different strains, the properties, the different highs. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
terpenes.
like stripped. Yeah.
Yeah. And then they add
Yeah,
it in
it's too
afterwards.
bad. Like I hate that, but whatever. Still
Hey, it
better than
is what
nothing.
it
It's
is.
better than nothing. Yeah.
Better than nothing. I'm telling you right now. Do you want to read? Do you want to read question 3?
Oh,
Oh my god, it's so smushed. I'm so sorry.
what is the name of the controversial process that involves using ice water to separate what is that? Trichomes from cannabis plant material, resulting
In a concentrated
in a
product.
concentrated product.
Okay.
What is it asking?
What is the name of the controversial process that involves using ice water to separate trichomes trichomes from cannabis plant material, resulting in a concentrated product?
They brought up a bunch of shit that we don't know anything about.
No, rosin pressing, bubble hash, or solvent extract. I would probably say either bubble hash or solvent extraction because um I mean, I've never heard of bubble hash before, but I have heard of solvent
I've seen
extraction
bubble
before.
hash. I've watched people make it.
Hmm.
I know what bubble hash is.
Is it
Resin
made with ice?
pressing. I don't know. Well, no, it's not. Well, no. Well, at least when I saw them do it, I don't remember there being any ice involved. Solvent extraction.
Yeah, and I mean rosin pressing maybe, but I don't remember that being a controversial process, and I don't remember there being ice. But solvent extraction makes a lot of sense because solvent would be due to cold, not hot. It's like a sticky solvent. That's what I'm thinking of. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. If I chose C, I could be Karissa. I am a dumbass. I'm stupid. I know
I was
nothing.
dumb. Okay, enough insulting yourself.
I love
It's
it, honey. It's what I
terrible.
live. I live. I
Should
know we're
not
such.
say
I
that much bad shit
know.
about yourself. It's
Oh
just
my
not
god,
okay.
it's terrible.
Stop.
Which one are you going for? I'm going with C.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Is that the, okay,
Is it A?
checking now?
Look at us. We're pros.
I know. Doing a questionnaire trivia on a podcast. Genius.
Professional.
Professional.
Like Zoe
Wow,
Deschanel
we were both incorrect. It
in the
actually is
Elf.
bubble hash.
This is the bubble hash.
Is
Is
with bubble.
it? I did. To me, they call it hippie crack. It's like
Okay,
crack for hippies. It's like the cheapest, weirdest. It's like crack. It's like
like crack
meth.
cocaine.
Yeah, it looks kind of cracky. I watched somebody make it one time, and now I'm like wondering,
Okay,
were they making crack and they were lying to me?
so
I mean,
I'm
I didn't use
currently on
it.
yodabadaba.com looking up the process of bubble hash. Interesting. Wow, it's bam. This is an interesting process. I don't see anywhere where wow, it does mention ice. Okay. Begin by layering your micron filter. Wow, this says micron. Oh my god, this is serious. Base water halfway full, stir the weed, and then the ice until they reach the top of the bucket. Interesting. Damn. So this uses ice, girl. This is like legit.
How does it work?
Let me send this to you.
What? I ain't reading it. You tell me.
Girl, no, you read it too.
Fuck you. Just explain it on the
Fuck. No,
podcast so
you
that the
fuck.
listeners.
No, you fuck you. Hold on.
Dude, what? You want me to look at it and
No,
explain
I'm
it to the
no, I'm
listeners?
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
God.
kidding. Okay, so once you've stirred your ice, water, and cannabis for a good while, you can strain
So
the liquid
you
from
mean
each.
like buds? Like, you're telling me you take, like, leaf bud, like, like,
Yeah, it's saying over
nugs,
here
and just
cannabis
put them in
bud.
freaking ice water.
It says cannabis bud or trim, fresh or frozen. 1 to 5 gallons bucket, ice, water, a silkscreen filter or bubble bag, and then a large spoon for mixing. And then it says, begin by layering your micron filters or bags in the bucket with full fries. Okay, fill the bottom. So the main part over here says grab the nearest spoon, ladle, or other mixing device to gently stir. As you stir, the ice will begin to melt. You can add more ice if needed. Stir for about 15 to 20 minutes. Wow, that's a long time
Damn.
stirring. Once
Like
you've stirred
making
your
butter.
Yeah, pretty much. Once you've stirred your water and cannabis for a good while, you can strain the liquid from each filter screen into the bucket and repeat the process, taking out one screen bag at a time. Turn filter bag inside on to collect your resinous trichomes and lightly press out the moisture from the bag.
It just
Okay.
sounds like a waste of flour.
Oh my God. Solventless extraction offers numerous advantages over solvent extraction. Oh my God. Wow. This thing is freaking long. Like there's
Okay.
best practices for making bubble hash, how to consume bubble hash. Like, damn, there is a
Yeah, I
lot of
mean, that's
information.
incredible.
It's amazing. Like you can be a fucking lazy piece of shit eating Wendy's, pretzel baconator all day, and you can read this article and see the intensity of what it takes to make fucking bubble hash. Turns out we both are tied for the game based on the
Whoa.
scores. Yeah, so we're both gonna have to
Tell
eat.
it. Oh, okay. I was gonna make it to make a tiebreaker. But sometimes we pick the same answer, which is why I think that, we're tied in general.
I think that's a problem that a lot of people have where we rely on other people for information. And unfortunately, we open up ourselves and listen to other people when they're talking to us. That's a bad thing to do, Carissa, right?
Hmm. No, I mean, I think it's okay to, like,
Okay.
trust other people.
Right.
I think that's alright.
Even when they're creepy.
I don't know, I mean, some of these questions I was like, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I've never seen anybody make bubble hash. I think what I saw was people making, like, what do they call shatter?
Yeah. I've seen I've seen hash being made. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful process. The really weird thing is like the person's hands, they become like a yellowish color.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful, but
They can't just,
it's
like, use a glove. I feel like people they have to, like, leave work and go home. Their hands need to be, like, normal when they're
well,
living their life outside of work. That's awful.
I don't know if this is true, but somebody told me it's because the temperature of your hands, it's kind of because of that warmth.
Yeah, that's
It
wild.
Yeah, it kind of helps you able to mold and shape because it's it's so crazy on how from an organism you have this plant just like many other plants like it that have this incredible ability of not only connecting to your mind but interacting with the network that makes you a person on a day-to-day basis. And I mean it's kind of crazy because like we're not farmers or scientists, we're just smokers and we just love this stuff. And having these questions, it's just like damn, we know our shit.
I
Fuck
mean,
yeah,
I feel like
America. Fuck yeah.
I feel like it
Sorry.
was interesting that, like, we asked it for 3 questions, gave us 3 questions. We asked for 3 harder questions, and it still kind of wanted to stay around the same topics, but just make the questions kind of more complicated. It was interesting, like it didn't go off in a totally different direction. It still kind of just talked about the same exact things, but in a more complicated, detailed way.
Well, generally, those are the questions that people are asking.
Yeah, stuff like this is what people are talking about right now.
Right, because people just like, just like cannabis, people are curious, like even with mushrooms and figuring out like what are the dosages? What are in the oils? What are edibles? What is flour? And there's a lot of false information that's out there. The thing is, you learn I'm sorry if I'm over talking, but the thing you learn as a cannabis smoker is you learn your limitations, you learn how much you can handle, you learn the different coping mechanisms in dealing with like the paranoia and sometimes the depression that can come with it, and like I said earlier, it's all like a balancing act. It's just finding that chi, an inner chi.
Yeah, it definitely helps my chi.
For sure.
I miss it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
think
miss
with that,
like the chi. Yeah, well, I miss like how it makes it a lot easier to be in control of the way that I feel. I feel like
think also the way that we control how we
very
feel
calming. Yeah,
ties into
feels good.
the way that we have to tie it all together. Bring everything
All together. I'm like, what did we talk about at the beginning of the episode? I don't even remember.
I don't even remember either,
I
but I
know,
think
it's
the point
absolutely
is
insane. It's a good episode.
it has
It's
been
the
a good
holiday season. Did you see my Christmas blanket?
rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday.
You want some crazy? Oh no, my parents are asleep. I was gonna
Oh
play
my
weird,
god.
crazy
No,
shit for you. Never
no,
mind.
no,
Never
no,
mind.
no,
Never mind.
never mind.